What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Justice Key, and it's time for us to define the moment. See, we all like different things, and that's a part of what makes this world so interesting. Many perspectives on a few differences like music and certain images because society has the perfect vision of what they think beauty should look like. But they be kind of stingy with their likes, and that's why it's imperative that you find beauty in your own light. See, we all go through so much in life that we do learn how to fight, but where do brown girls learn how to hope? My name is Key, not Megan. I don't drive boats. I drop power and motivate because it's important how we stay afloat. It's important how we heal, and it's important how we cope. And in the dark, everybody wants to see your beautiful soul glow, and everybody can't go where you grow. You keep them all at a need to know. Life is about balancing your highs and your lows. I daydream of ocean views because no 24 hours are the same. I was 14 when my guidance counselor asked me my dream, and not once did it change. But it did become important that I stayed in my own lane, be in a space of those who can teach me a few things, to be in a space of a few friends that can pray when it rains, because sister, keep her. Men seeing each other struggle, but we got to see each other's worth. And body language speak loud. Sis, I see when it hurts. But you was born with an extra dash of uniqueness since birth, and careful how you move because life don't let us reverse. But you find the hidden blessings in those lessons. You keep it short and cute and keep it stepping. Because I'm going to fall deep in love with who I am because I'm lit, no cap. They ask how, reign supreme. I'm a queen and I'm black. You do the math. Big body beings, and I stay in my own lane, beauty and brains. So whatever you choose to do great. Learn to love the game and change the standards if you need to, and certain things don't get reactions. We got way too much to do, so I set my mood on cool because I got way too much that's true. And I walk a journey freely knowing I define me. Peace.
We can give every girl on this planet a future that is worthy of her talents and her dreams.
You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Think, let your mind go, let yourself be free. Let's go on way back when. Pulled right out of this classroom, couldn't have been too much more than 10. I could be a psychiatrist, could be a doctor with degrees. Underestimate my IQ to do what you're doing to me. You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Yeah, think. Let your mind go, let yourself be free. Oh, freedom. Change, but I'm not if you keep doing things I don't. Hey, think about what you're trying to do to me. Yeah, think. Let your mind go, let yourself be free.
People walking around every day playing games and taking scores, trying to make other people lose their minds. I'll be careful you don't lose yours. Think about what you're trying to do to me. Oh, think. Let your mind go, let yourself be free.
We can.
All right. Good afternoon, virtual visitors. My name is Shakia Gillette, and I am the director of the African American History Initiative here at the Missouri Historical Society. Welcome to our program, and thank you for joining us today. Today's program is in collaboration with Sister Keeper Empowerment Center. International Day of the Girl aims to highlight and address the needs and challenges girls face while promoting girls' empowerment and the fulfillment of their human rights. Before we get started, we would like to thank our members, our donors, and supporters of the Zoo Museum Tax District. Thank you so much. This afternoon's program will run for about 90 minutes, which includes an interactive presentation, a panel discussion, the I Define Me pledge, and a Q&A. For your convenience, you can submit questions through the Q&A button in your toolbar, and in order to streamline the process, we would prefer for you to wait until you are prompted to submit your questions. Please know that we will do our very best to answer all of your questions, but if we do not get to them in time, please don't be mad. At this time, I am going to introduce our guest speaker and kick off today's program. Today, we welcome Tracy Berry McGee, founder of Sister Keeper Empowerment Center. Founded in 2002, Sister Keeper empowers, inspires, and develops the mind, body, and spirit of young women to find their purpose in this life. This nonprofit organization serves local schools throughout the U.S. with an international presence in Africa, Jamaica, Mexico, Thailand, and Germany. McGee is now a global empowerment speaker, providing keynotes for girls and women in educational settings, faith-based churches, and youth organizations. Additionally, she is the author of several poetry books and curricula for girls ages 8 to 18. Tracy was born in St. Louis, Missouri. She is a University of Missouri at St. Louis graduate, where she received her Master's of Education. Tracy has served as host, presenter, panelist, keynote speaking at several distinguished events, including the University of Missouri St. Louis's annual Empowering Young Women's Conference, the YWCA's Leadership Summit. She is a consultant for the Girl Scouts, Juvenile Justice, YWCA, St. Louis Area Schools, Parkway School District, Rockwood School District. She serves as the MLK Nonviolence 365 Ambassador. She was named a Deluxe Power STL 100, Professional Organization of Women of Distinction, Education Girls Rock, National Council of Negro Women Legacy Award winner, the St. Louis, Missouri's hometown champion at the 46th Annual NAACP Image Awards. Tracy rocks, y'all. Y'all know her. You already know what is getting ready to happen today. Additionally, she is a Fox 2 News expert therapist, Clear Channel Radio and Hallelujah 16 consultant. She is a wife, a mother, and a grandmother. She is a lover of sunflowers and believes her purpose is to sow seeds globally. Please join me in welcoming Tracy Berry McGee.
Hello, everybody. Are you all coming on through? Because I'm so excited about you all being here. Today is going to be a phenomenal experience. I know that you have shared it with everyone, and we've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Finally, we're here, the International Day of the Girl. We have so much to talk about, but we need you to remember that you define you. No one defines you but you. So you all ready to get this party started? I hope you've shared with your friends. Take pictures of the screens, connect with everybody, but most importantly, have a great time. So I'm going to tap out because it's time for me to introduce who? Our keynote speaker of the day, the one and only Diamond DeShields. Diamond DeShields joined the Chicago Sky in 2018 when she was drafted out of the University of Tennessee with the number 3 overall pick of 2018 WNBA draft, and has since been an integral part of the Sky's success ever since. This 6'1" guard led the Sky in scoring last season, averaging 16.2 points per game while starting in all 34 games of the regular season. She celebrated her 1,000th WNBA career points when she poured into a career high of 30 points against Connecticut on September 6th. In 2019, DeShields made her WNBA All-Star debut, walking away from the All-Star weekend as the champion of the 2019 WNBA Skills Challenge. The Atlanta, Georgia native sophomore season performance led her to earn the All WNBA honors for the first time, being named to the All WNBA second team. Not only is she a baller, she's here, she's a keeper, and you know what? She's got some diamonds to shine on all of you. So welcome in Diamond DeShields. Let's go.
Hello. Wow. First of all, thank you. This is so exciting. This is a great event. And I'm just happy, to be here and to be able to have this opportunity to speak with all of you. So I guess I'll get started. I mean, today I'm supposed to be talking about authenticity and being your authentic self. And I had to ask myself, what is it? And so I looked it up. I went on Google, I typed in authenticity, and the first definition that came up was the quality of being authentic. And honestly, that wasn't much of a help for me. So I had to look up the word authentic just in itself. And it gave me a much better definition. And it said, it is of undisputed origin, genuine. So there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I was gonna get up here today with a preachy speech about being yourself, and I was gonna do my hair and my makeup and present myself in a way that might have made me seem like something that I wasn't. But that didn't feel like it matched with the definition that I just gave you guys. That didn't feel genuine to me. Because to be honest, at this point in my life, I just don't want to. It's been a long year, and we're all still overcoming the punches of 2020 and the punches that life has hit us with in general. So I didn't want to put on a face that wasn't real. And I don't want to speak words that are scripted or that don't feel true to me. How could I sit comfortably and talk to a group of women about being their authentic selves while simultaneously looking and speaking in a way that made me feel opposite of that very thing? So here I am as I am, and I hope that this is okay. And so I guess that's where we'll start. It's like, in the grand scheme of things, we are so bad at being something that we're not. So bad. You know what I mean? Like, do you guys have friends that like to do things that you don't want to do, but you do it anyways? Do you know some girls who seem like they have the things that will make you happy? And so secretly you wish you were that person or you had their life? Does it sometimes feel like you do things just so that your parents can be happy? I know I did for a while. So, it's like, here I was, this little Black girl growing up in an all-white school. And so the way that I viewed the world was shaped through my experiences at that school and with those people. So you could imagine my frustration when all the girls at school were getting asked to the school dance and I wasn't. Or when they all had their first kiss under the bleachers and I hadn't. Or even when they all would have sleepovers and parties and do each other's hair and nails, and I never got invited because I had sports. At least that's what I would tell myself. But maybe they just didn't want me to come. I really don't know. But regardless, for a pretty significant portion of my childhood, part of me always wished I was a little more like those girls, specifically a little more like those white girls. I thought that would make me happy. I thought that I wanted to fit in, but as time went on, I started to realize that fitting in was so lame and so boring, and I couldn't stand it. I was me. And in my eyes, I was the dopest person on planet Earth. And that made me cool. My ability to understand that there wasn't a single girl at my school that was like me. So in my head, there wasn't a single girl in the world like me. That made me feel better about not liking to wear skirts, not knowing how to do my nails or my hair, quite frankly, and loving to play tackle football with the boys. I was one of a kind. I am one of a kind. I am unique. So it was in these younger years of my life that I was able to embrace the things that made me different. Sure, there was a part of me that was challenged a bit because of those differences, but ultimately I knew that if I gave into that feeling, I would no longer feel real and true. I would no longer feel genuine, which leads me back to this very seat that I'm in right now, in the gym, in my workout clothes, with 2-week-old braids that probably need to be redone. I'm me, and I'll never be who I'm not, and neither will you. But enough about me, because I'm really here for you. Like I said, I don't want to get all preachy, and I definitely don't want to sit up here and just talk about myself. I promise I'm not that interesting. I'm here for you. Now, I know that what I'm saying may go in one ear and out of the other, and that's okay. But there's at least one of you listening who will have a connection to what I'm saying. And so consider this a one-on-one conversation between you and I. And now I'm going to say something, and I don't know any other way to say it, but I hope that it resonates with you. So here it goes. Stop apologizing. Stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize for how you laugh, how you dress, or how you wear your hair. You don't have to apologize or feel bad about having a funny accent or being weird. You don't have to feel sorry for being yourself. As a matter of fact, do it fearlessly. Do it relentlessly. Do it so intently that people never question the person they will encounter when you walk into a room. It's time to accept that you have to spend the rest of your life in the skin that you are currently in. Literally, you will never get to be someone else. So why even try? I'm 25 years old, and I learn new things about myself every single day. New things that make me wonder why I thought or felt a certain way about things in the past. Self-discovery has been the most rewarding journey of my life. And the thing that will be greater than any trophy, medal, degree, or job promotion that you'll ever attain is going to be the knowledge that you gain over the course of your life about yourself. This knowledge will be a guide to being your authentic self, because the more you know about yourself, the more you can act in alignment with who you are, the more you can act in alignment with your purpose. For example, I'm a WNBA player. I love what I do. And right now, we're in the off season. Everyone's doing things that aren't basketball related right now, resting, going on vacation, whatever. I had a friend call me and say, hey, you should come in town this weekend. It's so-and-so's birthday. We're going to go out. It'll be a good time. And I sat and I thought about it. Could I go surprise this friend of mine and make the birthday a little more lit? Sure. But I would be completely miserable in that environment, because at this particular juncture of my career, of my life, the gym is the only place that I want to be. And if I was unsure of myself, you can bet that I would be on my way to a party with people who are going to have fun whether I was there or not. And so authenticity is about not needing approval from anyone other than yourself. And it all starts with love. So to the ones listening, start loving your flaws and your awkwardness. Start loving your weird habits and your corny sense of humor, your voice, your skills, your skin, your everything. Start loving you. Set yourself free of any expectations other than your own, because one day you're going to look back and realize how far you've come, and you're going to be proud of the person that you fought to become. It's a fight that never ends, but you know what they say about anything worth having. It's worth fighting for. And so I'm going to leave you with this, because this is something that I think about often. And it's this: a miracle is an event so unlikely as to be almost impossible. In a recent TED Talk, Mel Robbins mentioned that scientists estimate the probability of our being born is about 1 in 400 trillion, which concludes that the odds of you being alive, the odds of you sitting in your seat right now on this day, at this time, is basically zero. Yet here you are. Here we are. We are all miraculous human beings. We are literally miracles. So live your life that way, because you only get one.
All right, all right, all right. I just want to snap because I'm feeling that. Diamond, I hope you don't leave us too soon. Everybody's asking questions. I want you all to definitely ask her questions. I see them coming up in the space, and that's what's great, because she'll get a chance to answer you all live. So we have one question, and she said, how did you get in the WNBA?
Well, so in order to be in the WNBA is different than the NBA, because in order to be a WNBA player, you have to go to college. You have to get a college degree, or you have to be the age of 21, which at that point you typically graduate. And so understanding that, I knew that I had to get an education, a college education. I couldn't go out of high school. I couldn't go one and done like the boys do. I had to go and study and make sure that my grades were good so that I could achieve my dream of being to the WNBA. So outside of all the hours that I spent working and, exercising and training my body, it was more important that I got an education, because that was going to be the thing that was going to stop me from achieving my dream of being a WNBA player.
That's dope. I like the fact that you also talked about just being authentic to yourself, because, our girls, women, we know if you fake, and we're going to see through it. So it's important for you to be real and define yourself. Okay, our next question is, have you experienced sexism during your career?
Absolutely. I think you just will experience sexism as a woman naturally. I mean, you talk about money, the treatment, the media coverage. There's so many examples of sexism in my career, in my life, that I could talk about. So it would almost be more shocking if I would have said no. I think that we've all experienced sexism in some capacity, but we still prevail. We still find a way to do what it is that we want to do what it is that they are trying to stop us from doing. And I think that's what makes us so powerful.
Yes, it does. Tayana Owens says, hey, my name is Tayana Owens. I just like to say hi, and you are so pretty.
Oh, Tayana, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Imani says, how long have you been in the WNBA? And Jalen Jordan says, how long have you been playing basketball? And ladies, just in case you're asking questions, I'm pulling them up from the Q&A. They're right next to the chat, but I'll go back and forth.
So I've been in the WNBA for 3 years. Next season will be the start of my 4th season. And I've been playing basketball since I was in my mom is going to be so mad at me that I always answer this differently. I was in like the 4th or 5th grade. So somewhere between like 11 and 12 years old. Or something like that. 4th or 5th grade.
Forever, basically. What was the hardest training to be in the WNBA? Mackenzie asked.
Honestly, the hardest training is mental. It's like physically you can do crunches and you can do push-ups and like you can shoot a million jump shots, but when you get into the game and that adversity hits you and you start to question yourself, say you miss the first few shots and like, you know, you're in a heated moment and a heated time in practice, your coaches are yelling at you, you want to break down and cry, or you want to yell at them, or you want to tell them that they're not your parents and they don't get to talk to you like this. You know, it's like those moments were probably the hardest for me because I'm such an independent thinker and I'm so much of an individual that I had moments where I wanted to talk back and I didn't want to listen. But one of the lessons that I had to learn was like in life, there are going to be people that want to help you and you have to let them. Because if you don't, you're only hurting yourself. So I think mentally for sure was probably the most challenging aspect of being a basketball player for me.
I like that. Okay, we got the questions are rolling in, so we'll bring them on. So one person said, what advice could you give someone wanting to play basketball? And I'm on break. My teacher just gave me the code. So she wanted to know, what advice would you give her? She wanted to play basketball.
I would say go for it. You know what I mean? Like the worst thing you could do to yourself is have a dream, an aspiration, or an itch and not scratch it. Because time is going to go on and you're just going to regret it. Like you're just going to be like, man, I really wish I would have played basketball. I really wish I would have just tried. You never know what can happen. I know so many of my teammates who didn't play basketball until high school, and now they're in the WNBA, winning championships, making money, doing something they never would have thought they would have did, all because they just tried it one day. You know, like whatever it is, whether it's basketball, journaling, you know, starting a YouTube channel, just go for it.
Do you? Ariana says, are the NBA players required to go to college to play ball? You said you have to finish. Do you get to leave early? What does that look like?
No. So NBA players or boys, high school boys players have the option of they can get drafted out of high school. Some of them go overseas now for a year or two and then get drafted. If you do decide to go to college, you can leave at any point. College degree is not a requirement for an NBA player. So when you look at the WNBA, it's super special because all of these women are educated. We all have a degree. We all have something that we do outside of playing basketball. And so it makes us the most educated sports league in the world.
Y'all hear that? That right there is, I'm snapping y'all because I feel her. That's right.
We're composed of 80% African-American women. So it makes it that much more special.
That's what's up. To Diamond, what age did you discover that being you was the best way to be? And someone asked, is she famous? How do you feel when people come up to you and ask you for your autograph and like you just, all of that? Somebody said amen.
When I realized that being my authentic self was the best, it was probably after a few failed attempts at trying to be something else, it was like I tried to do the things that everybody around me was doing, and it never made me feel good, never made me happy. So I failed at being something other than what I wasn't. And the only thing that made me feel good was when I was myself. You know, it happened for me at a young age. The timing for me may be a different timing for you. Authenticity is like, it's like a mood ring. Like, you know, remember those mood rings where you would put them on and then like, based on how you feel, the color would change, right? And every time someone wore it, it was a different color. So like the way I wear authenticity is gonna look different than the way that you wear it and the way it looks on you. So you can never look to someone else and how they are in their authentic skin and try to mimic that. You only can search and seek to find how it looks and fits on you. And I hope that that's something that you all are encouraged to do after this conversation.
So I know we have to wrap up. There was a couple of questions. Hey, have you ever had friends that are jealous of you because you were in the WNBA? And what is the hardest thing that you've ever had to overcome? I think she's in a space where she has to walk around because the lights go out.
Okay.
And just so you all know, she may be able to answer a few questions. She can see all of your questions as we move on. And in addition to that, she will make sure that you have her Instagram. But the question, I guess, that you can answer as we wrap up, because we have at least 42 questions that just keep coming in, that she'll go and chat with you. She'll type those answers to the questions. But the final question was, what was the biggest challenge that you have had to overcome? Because I know it's a mental, I guess you have physical injuries, all of these different things. And we're in the midst of a pandemic. What is the biggest challenge that you have had to overcome in being authentically you?
So, wow. The biggest challenge, that's kind of like a layered question, but the biggest challenge that I think for me was when I experienced my first major injury and I had to get surgery, and it put me out for months. And I slipped into a really deep, dark depression. And because so much of who I identified myself as was tied to my physical abilities, my abilities to run faster than everybody, to jump higher, to be better on the court. I felt superhuman. And after that injury, I just felt human. I wasn't super diamond anymore. And so for me in my mind, I couldn't accept that. And so the biggest challenge came from that, and that I had to find value in things outside of who I was as a basketball player. So now I'm looking at like, okay, who are you really? You're not just a basketball player. We hear LeBron say, you know, more than an athlete. We hear that all the time, but that's really hard for athletes to understand and to live by, because so much of what we do and who we are is decided on what we're able to do on the court, on the field, you know. And so that was probably the most challenging thing for me, is learning who I was outside of basketball, who I was outside the lines, you know, being able to get in front of a group of people and talk about it. Yes. I would have never been able to have this conversation before that injury. I would have just wanted to talk about basketball, you know, but here I am feeling empowered because I'm in this space with you guys. And it's just, it all turned out to be a blessing, but that was definitely the most challenging.
Well, we thank you. And she will definitely try to go in and answer some of the questions in the panel. One final question I just saw and I thought it was really cool to ask. It's like, you know, Michael Jordan has a shoe. I mean, if you got to name a shoe that represents you, what would you call them?
Well, Michael Jordan is like my idol. And so I'm also a Nike athlete. And so I would want to piggyback off of his Air Jordan. And I think I would just call it an Air Diamond.
An Air Diamond, an Air Diamond. I love that. So everybody, there you have it. Diamond does it. And you know what? we want you to realize that you can do it as well. We thank her for being a part of International Day of the Girl. Share, share, share. If you guys want to follow her, definitely, we're going to put up the slide so you all can follow her on Instagram. We know that she has 1 million followers, and you can be one of those. And she'll probably answer, and she'll continue to stay connected. So thank you, Diamond. If we put up that next slide, that will probably give you guys her Instagram information. It said here that if you all wanted to chat, you could go to the next slide. If you all wanted to chat with her, which you got an opportunity to, if you all have one word, just leave one word in the chat that you will take away from what Diamond DeShields says. Because she's more than an athlete. She is a WNBA athlete, but she's more than that. She's our keeper now. So one word in the chat, ladies, that you will take away from her speech today. Thank you. And again, you guys can follow her. Thank you. So there is her information. I see you guys are leaving words in the chat. Confident, authentic, be yourself, real. Yes, all of that. Wonderful. I love it. Make sure that you all continue to share. Here's her information. You all can follow her on Instagram, as well as any of the other guests that we have. You will be able to follow them as well. So we're going to jump right into our panel. Again, same format. You will be able to follow these women and ask them questions as well. But first, we have a quick video. If you all see, these are the women from our panel. And they have so many great messages that you will hear from them. The question that we ask is, what makes you authentic? This is the question that we're asking our panelists today. And listen in, because you just might be a creative as well.
No. Hello! You like smooth jazz? What's up, my creative peeps? My name is Kelsey Johnson, and welcome to Real Life Creative, where we live to learn and learn to express. I am so excited for today. I just really want to get into it because I'm just ready to start. What we are is what we create. So if you're neglecting your creativity, you're actually neglecting yourself. So today, we're going to be talking about how to make your creativity a priority. So let's go. Number 1, know your goals and dreams. So a dream is just like an idea of what you want to do in life, right? And it's desire. But a goal basically has a timestamp on it. Number 2. So this one really gets me sometimes. It's been getting me since day one, if I'm gonna be honest. Budget. Number 1, as a creative, you have to invest in yourself. You have to have the right gear, a conducive space you need to create, right? And that costs dollar bill, yeah, okay? So if you want to be a full-time creative, which is basically what I do, before you quit your job, please save up at least for 3 months, at least. Not maximum, minimum 3 months. So you at least have time to really figure things out. Don't get no epiphany and be like, you know what? I gotta go. And by the way, your breath been kicking for the last 2 months. Might want to get that checked. All right.
Bada bop boom pow.
You know, you don't want to do all that. That burns bridges. I don't want to do that, period. Okay. Number 3, be your own boss. You need to schedule your days. Within that schedule, if you're a student, scheduling your classes. If you're a 9-to-5er, scheduling your work schedule. But then your practice, studying, looking up opportunities, self-care, phone meetings. Put your craft in your schedule. Don't just do it when you feel like doing it. Because if it's not scheduled in, sometimes you just want to watch Netflix and chill. But when you see it on your schedule, it's going to be more of a priority. Yeah. Number 4, have solid mentorship and a support system. Mentorship is why I'm songwriting and producing for commercials and TV. My mentor connected me with what he was doing, but it's a way to learn. Like, it gives you a whole nother perspective. They'll teach you things that people don't talk about, but they'll always see something in you that you don't see in yourself. How to get a mentor? Just literally reach out. Social media, networking events, You're connecting with them for wisdom and knowledge, not opportunity. Like, even if they don't become like an official mentor, at least having that voice of wisdom that you can reach out to every now and then is important too. Now, when it comes to your support system, you want people who you can trust, who you feel like you can be your most vulnerable with. You need encouragement. You need people who can uplift you and keep you going. Even with the support system, as you're networking and you're making friends, like, realize what your friends do. Oh, okay, you do graphic design? Oh, I need a graphic designer for my EP or for my flyer. Then number 5, know your value. Oh, I cannot stress that enough. Take the time to go deeper in who you are and why you are, and confidence will follow. Everyone has something special about them. It's just we don't see it. We don't take the time to understand, okay, what makes me special? Don't be afraid just because you don't see an example of it. You're supposed to start it. So do it. There's only one you. So hopefully this video really helped you guys. And remember, know your goals and dreams, budget, become your own boss, solidify mentorship and a support system, and know your value. Be patient with yourself. You have time to make this happen. A great woman once said, life's what you make it, so let's make it rock. If you have any questions, comment below. Tell me your dreams and goals, and just get ready for more. We're in this together, and I got y'all. So let's do this, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Hello, everybody. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. That was a part of my YouTube channel, Real Life Creative, so definitely follow that. Also follow me on Instagram under @I am_Johnson. But I'm so happy to be here with you guys today. And, you know, we're talking about authenticity, and that is literally my middle name, even though I have 7 other middle names, but that's besides the point. But being authentic is so important. I think for me, growing up, I always loved so many different things. And that used to frustrate me. Like, I loved so many different styles. I was listening to, you know, the typical, you know, radio music, hip hop, R&B, all that stuff. But then I also loved classical music. I also loved musical theater. So I was just literally all over the place. And there was nobody really like me around. And so, but as I got older and as I went to high school, and even when I got to college, people started asking me, like, how did you get to embrace your uniqueness? How did you figure out who you are? And I'm like, I mean, I just embraced what I loved. You know, I thought it was pretty simple, but as you get older, you realize more appreciation for your uniqueness. And so now, because I embraced every part of who I am, now it actually bled into my career. So I graduated from college about 3 years ago. Wow, it's been 3 years. Wow. 3 years ago. And I went for music, I went for fashion business, and I went for marketing. So those are a lot of things, but I was just like, man, I want to do what I love. So I went to school for it. So now, so after college, right after I graduated, I wanted to be a songwriter and a producer. I love singing. I wanted to be an artist, but I told my mom, I said, hey, look, I want to be a songwriter, and I'm going to make that happen. And so, like I said in the video, I connected with a mentor from my school who was the vocal arranger for the show Empire. I don't know if y'all remember the show Empire on Fox. And so after connecting with him, I got signed with him to basically submit music to the show. And I was actually the youngest person to ever get a placement with Empire after I graduated, which was super amazing. And so then after Empire, that's when I started doing more placements with like McDonald's. The last placement I did was the Black History campaign with Coca-Cola. And so the reason why I'm saying all this stuff is I wouldn't have been where I am today if I didn't embrace who I was and put it in what I do. So I want you guys to really think about the things that you love to do and literally try to figure out, how can I put myself in that to make my impact with the world? So I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of this segment. It's going to be super, super amazing. And just know that you guys are super, super special, and there's only one you. So enjoy the rest of the segment. See you guys.
So listen, everybody, as Kelsey, she's going to stay around. You guys can definitely ask questions in the Q&A below. If you raise your hands, we can't see it. So you have to literally ask the questions and the chats. She will stay connected and we'll bring her back up with the other panelists as we move forward. So just stay up, stay connected, stay creative as Kelsey will come back and answer a few questions and we move on to the next panelist.
Hi, everybody. Can everybody hear me?
Yep, we can hear you, sister.
Can you see me?
And we can see you. Everybody.
Hi,
Go ahead.
everybody. Thank you for coming. I can't wait to be on this panel and answer all of you guys' questions. My name is Raquel Langford. I am somewhat of a serial entrepreneur. I'm 26 years old. I went to Howard University, and I am based in Washington, D.C. I own a skincare line, Ray Nicole Collection, which you see on the screen, and you guys can follow us at Ray Nicole Collection on Instagram. And I also own a home healthcare agency. What makes me authentic? I would always say that I follow my truth. I live in my truth, and that leads me to where I am supposed to be. Always being in my truth has led me to my businesses, my education, and I want the same for you all. So whatever you have, that idea, that business venture, whatever it may be, do it. Believe in yourself, because if you have nothing else, you have yourself. And I can't wait to speak on the rest of the panel with everybody else. Hi, everybody.
Thank you. So if you have questions specific to Raquel, make sure that you leave those questions below, specific to Kelsey, as well as the other panelists. When I tell you they're amazing women, they are truly amazing women. All right. Next up.
Hi, everyone. My name is Deja McPherson. I'm from St. Louis. I am a college student. I currently attend Alabama A&M University. This is my senior year. My major is biology. I want to talk about just what it's like being in college as a college student at a HBCU. What drew me to A&M was the experience. I felt like I was at home, and I'm not being treated like a number. It's like one big happy family. In fact, last year I spent Thanksgiving at my English teacher's house with a whole bunch of other students. So it's like one big happy family there. And the class sizes are fairly a good number. Although since my major is biology, it is a little bit bigger, but overall the class sizes and the experience at A&M is pretty good. And I must say there's no homecoming like a HBCU homecoming. It's like one big family reunion. And tailgating, if you don't know what that is, it's like thousands of tents, there's barbecuing, there's dancing, there's singing, there's a football game, there's parades. It's just everything going on, and it's just so much fun to do every year. Unfortunately, this year, because of coronavirus, we won't be having any homecomings, but I'm glad that I was able to experience the 3 years that I did. What makes me authentic, I would say, is that I follow my heart and my passion. So my passion is hair. Now, I have been natural all of my life, and recently, just in June, I did a big chop. And usually I don't do drastic changes like this, but I ended up loving my natural hair, my short natural hair. I loved it. Although right now I'm not wearing my short natural hair, I am experimenting with just a whole bunch of different hairstyles like this and braids and that sort of things. But with cutting my hair, it has allowed me to basically relearn my hair. And my passion for hair started back in high school, when I really got comfortable with going natural. I just think that having natural hair is so cool because you have all of these hair textures and curl patterns, and no two are alike. And so you have different hair products for your specific hair, and like you could have a curl pattern or a hair texture. It could be the same as one person, but the hair product that you use may not work for her. And so I just think that natural hair is just so cool because there is just so much mystery to it, and I can just dive into it all day. But yeah, being authentic is me following my heart, my passion for doing hair, and yeah.
So thank you, Deja. Deja will come back and be a part of the panel if you have any specific questions for Deja. I love it that she loves her natural hair. I love mine. There's so many different textures. Shakia loves hers. We all love our hair, and we hope that you love yours. What she didn't tell you guys is she's a Sister Keeper mentor, and she also was in Sister Keeper when she was a little girl. So we got to keep giving back to our community. Any questions, leave them in the Q&A section, and she'll be back up for the panel.
Bye, guys.
Who's next? Brittany. Come on in, Britt.
I'm in. I just don't know why I'm not on the screen.
We see you, girlfriend. Unmute yourself.
Are we good now? Can you guys see me?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, first I want to say thank you, ladies, for having me. It's such a pleasure to be here and be looked as somebody that can possibly influence the generation of leaders for tomorrow. My name is Brittany Burton. I'm actually based in the Chicago area. I am an entertainment journalist and publicist. I, just like Raquel, attended Howard University, in which I studied journalism and minored in graphic design. And I just want to say, when it comes to being authentic, I think what makes me authentically me is I've always marched to the beat of my own drum. And it's so important to listen to what your heart and your mind is telling you. So therefore, no outside forces can influence you in a negative way. And doing that, it led me to working with a lot of very established people, including the singer SZA, and several other things. So when you're being authentically you, as long as you put God in the front of everything that you do, even if you're having questions about certain situations and even people, you will be okay. You'll figure it out, but never compromise who you are as a person and your morals and values to get things, because you're not going to feel fulfilled doing that. So I just wanted to say thank you. And I look forward to, sharing more insight on ways that you guys can figure out how to matriculate and get to where you need to be in life. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. She will be back up as well. If you have questions specifically for Brittany, please leave them in the Q&A. We're checking all the questions and we will make sure that they get answered. Next up, Olivia Ray Davis.
Hi, everybody. Can you guys see me? Am I coming up?
Yes, you are. We see you loud and clear.
Cool, cool. All right, so I'm Olivia Ray. I am the owner of a fashion line called Olivia Ray Designs based here in St. Louis. I am super happy to talk to all of you young ladies here today. I actually started my business when I was 14 years old, very young, as well as some of the other panelists who are speaking. And one thing that I've learned on this journey so far, it's been about 7 years since I started my company, and you have to be authentic when it comes, especially in a creative career, because if you're not going to be authentic with your voice and design, literally, you won't be passionate about it. And if you're not passionate about it, you will not be able to sell your brand. You won't be able to go to the next level. You won't be able to, make the clothes or make the art that you really want the world to see. One thing about passion and authenticity is it can't be defined by anybody other than you. Similar to what a few of the other panelists have said, you know, you can't listen to a lot of the outside voices because your creativity literally comes from within. And if you're listening to a lot of other people, like if I were to listen to everybody, all the ideas people tell me, you know, I want you to make this, or I want you to make that, it would drown out my own inner voice in terms of like my design and my aesthetic and where I want to take my brand, because I'd be too busy listening to what everybody else wants me to do. So that passion and that authenticity, it really will show how you see the world, and how you see the world will line up with like your values and the things that you stand on. So one thing that really helped my company get to the next level was me having very strong values. So when I really defined, like, when I sat down with myself and said, okay, what do I think is important in life? I kind of looked at three main things. And this is always, since I've been really young, the things that I've been able to keep in my, you know, in my mind to kind of lead me forward. And those things were that people come first, people come before money, people come before anything else. Sustainability, because the environment, you know, obviously I wouldn't be able to make clothes. We wouldn't be able to do anything if we didn't have this earth to do it on. And the quality of the fabrics I choose, the quality of the people that I work with, the quality of, you know, sending out the garments to make sure that they fit. All of those values are the things that make me authentic, make me passionate, and just keep me designing, keep me going. So I want to make sure everybody, if you don't have values that you stand on, everybody listening, sit down with yourself, really establish those values, and just let those take you in your career.
Listen to the values. You got to have values. You got to know what you want to do. You got to be a creative. Let's bring all of our panelists up. We have some great questions. I'm looking at everything. I'm going to go back to the beginning. Someone said, Kelsey, love your melanin. It's popping. And one of the first questions for Kelsey, how hard is it for you to write songs?
Well, I definitely feel like it's a process that has to be learned. A lot of the times I like to think of a song like a story, right? So a lot of the times people get frustrated when they're creating anything, whether it's a rap, any type of like story or whatever the case may be. Sometimes you may get writer's block, right? And sometimes we get writer's block is because we don't know where we're going. So sometimes we kind of have to map it out and say, okay, hey, I want this song to be about this. I want to say this and this. And when you map things out, it's a lot easier to write. So now it's not really that hard for me.
Got it. Got it. Deja, how long have you been natural?
I've been natural all of my life.
All of your life.
Yeah.
That's a challenge for a lot of people, but it looks good on you. Brittany, who would you say helped you to get the most to get you where you are now? I think that's probably for Brittany and Kelsey, if the answer was yeah.
Okay, so you said who's helped me get to where I'm at the most?
Mm-hmm. To where you are now.
Honestly, I'd have to say my mother. I mean, she brought me into the world, and that in itself, you know, is a very powerful situation. I'm an only child by my mom. And so just knowing that she was in a position to, anytime I'm doing something, give me a certain type of insight, you know, to get me to get that push through the door if I'm struggling with something. So I definitely say, you know, a mother-daughter relationship is very important, especially as a Black woman, and just seeing that example so you know how to matriculate and when you do become a mom and things that you can do and things like that. So definitely my mother.
Great. Moms are great inspirations. Mrs. Sanders says, Olivia, what was it like when you first started your business?
Oh, wow. When I first started it, you know, I was in high school, I was a freshman, and I was learning how to sew, y'all. Like, I was making like custom clothes for people, and I would do it like after school. Sometimes I would wake up super early in the morning to like sew a garment for somebody. But yeah, it was just really hard, you know, because sewing and actually learning design is very complicated. So it definitely took a lot of commitment. It took a lot of time and patience with myself too.
Great. Commitment and time. Brittany, what publications does Brittany work for? Ariana asked.
Several. One thing about publications, there's blogs, there's magazines, and there's different types of publications. So I write for about 11, if I'm not mistaken. I'm a contributing writer. So I have the power to post when I want to. I can post generally what I like to, and that's how I've been able to develop a voice. And that's very important, developing your voice in anything that you do. So just to name a few, I can list Hip Hop Weekly, which is like a very thriving and popular hip hop magazine. I write for a publication called The Grit Daily that highlights influencers, entrepreneurs, and tech-based types of things. And I write for actually some DJs. I write for DJ Drama, who's a very popular DJ, DJ Iceberg, DJ Nuv, and the list goes on. I just try to spread my influence and the gifts that I have as far as writing goes, and in many different directions as I can. And I've been fortunate to have landed in several publications.
Awesome. I know we won't get a chance to answer all of these questions, but the ladies will be able to chat. Someone asked, Kelsey, can you sing as well?
Yes, I do sing. Yes. I am an independent artist, but when I like to call myself a serial entrepreneur as well. So sometimes I have seasons where I'm focusing on one thing. So music will be coming soon. But yeah, that's always the thing for me.
Got it. Tayana says, I watched your YouTube from the start and I love you so much. You made me love myself. Yes. Veronica asked, Raquel, how many tries did it take to make the skincare products that felt right for you? Or that you
child. Okay, so actually the reason I started making skincare products was because, one, I'm a burn survivor. I've had skin grafts, reconstructive surgeries on my left side of my face, body, and chest. So my skin gets irritated easily by the sun, weather, clothing, anything. And I couldn't use a lot of the products that were on the shelf. So I was kind of my own guinea pig between me and my friends, and just kept working every day, making things better. And I'm still working. I've made new products. We just put our sea moss out today, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, you just trial and error. Even if you fail 1 or 2 times, you get back up and you try again.
That's the key. You get back up and you try again. So I know that we have to move on in our schedule, but they will be answering more questions. They can see all of the questions in the panel, as well as one of the questions were, will they be at the Wellness Mobile reveal on Sunday? Some of them are out of state, but Raquel has
Hi guys.
some.
I just want to say that my mother, Yolanda Langford, she is a wonderful individual, and she is the one who has helped put this together along with Tracy and Shakia and this amazing event. But yes, I just want to say hi, Mom.
And she won't be at the reveal. Her mom will, but guess what? She has created a soap just for Sister Keeper called Authentic You. So if you come to the reveal, she will be there. Of course, Kelsey, you're in where? What part of the country? Where are you right now?
I live in Chicago right now.
Chicago right now. And Olivia, someone asked, do you have a store, or how can they reach you for to get items?
So I do sell in 2 stores here. I sell in a store called African Naturals and in Union Studio, but you can also go to my Instagram or my website at www.oliviaraydesigns.com. And yeah.
And you live you're in St. Louis as well.
Yes.
And Brittany, I know you're out here creating videos, and someone asked, how was it like being with SZA, but where are you right now?
So I'm in Illinois, Springfield, Illinois, actually, which is the capital, if no one knows that.
All right. So hopefully you guys will stay connected to them. If you all can see on the screen, you have all of their Instagrams. Take a picture of it, follow them, and they will continue to chat. Okay, so now we will have, speaking of Lady Yo, she's going to come up because she has to introduce an amazing artist to you. You can all mute.
Good afternoon. I have really enjoyed all the young ladies today, and I hope our audience has enjoyed the young ladies also. At this time, I want to introduce to you Morgan Taylor. Morgan Taylor is an 18-year-old St. Louis, Missouri native. This rising star has been captivating audiences since she was 11 years old. She's opened up for Brian McKnight and for Jay Moss. Morgan actually has a music showcase tomorrow, and you can get that information off her Facebook page, Morgan Taylor Music. At this time, she's going to sing Pretty Hurts.
All right, what's up, ladies? It's your girl Morgan Taylor. I'm 18 years old. I attend Ladue High School. This is my last year, 2021, and today I'll be singing Pretty Hurts by Beyonce.
It's freezing.
Mama says, you're a pretty girl, what's in your head? It doesn't matter, brush your hair and fix your teeth, what you wear. That's all that matters, just another stage pageant, the pain away. This time I'm gonna take the crown without falling down, down. Pretty heart, shine the light, whatever's worse. Perfection is a disease of the nation. Pretty hurts, pretty hurts. Pretty hurts, whatever's worse. Trying to fix something that you can't fix. What you can't see is a soul that needs a surgery. Blonde hair, yes, TV says bigger is better. South Beach, sugar-free, Vogue says thinner is better. Just another stage pageant, the pain away. This time I'm gonna take the crown without falling down, down. Pretty heart, shine the light, whatever's worse. Perfection is a disease of a nation. Pretty hurts, pretty hurts. Pretty heart, shine the light, whatever's worse. Trying to fix something that you can't fix. What you can't see is a soul that needs a surgery. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at High on Morgan, and also look at some of my music on my website at www.highonmorgan.com. And I'll see you all on Sunday at the History Museum. Thank you.
Tracy, you're muted.
Okay. Technology. Morgan was so dope. I was up here singing and I didn't want you all to hear, like, oh, you know, because I'm not. I think we all can sing, but she can sing. She really can sing. And she will be at the History Museum with us as well. and we'll be also going to see her on Saturday. So you guys make sure that you follow her. Right now, we want to know, what is your favorite song? What's your favorite song right now? Leave it in the chat, everybody. We might do something cool with it if we have time. But everybody, leave your favorite song in the chat right now while we have a little info from one of our Sister Keeper I Define Me Girl ambassadors.
Hi, I'm Naraya Holder, and I'm 11 years old. I'm brand ambassador for the I Define Me movement. I also have my own business in K-Natural Lip Balms. Being a brand ambassador means being a girl who loves herself and is proud of herself regardless of what anyone thinks. Being an entrepreneur allows me to be independent in many ways and enjoy life at the same time by making lip balms and hand sanitizers. I challenge you to celebrate International Day of the Girl with us, take the pledge, and join I Define Me movement. Don't forget to follow me at Naraya Holder.
Thanks, Naraya. So listen up, everybody. Just so you know, her products will also be at the Wellness Mobile. So we're going to move right along. If you guys can see, we have our I Define Me Teen Girl panel. For this piece, if there's any questions that you have for them, they will be answering in the chat. So make sure that they won't come up live because you will see them and then they will answer their questions in the chat just due to time.
Hi, my name is Meta McNary. I go to Grand Center Arts Academy, and I'm 14 years old in the 9th grade. If I can change anything in the world, it would probably be the governmental system. I don't like to speak about politics too much because everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but I do feel that we need to change a lot of the things that we are doing in the world because we need a lot of help. And yeah, those are one of the main things that I would change. The people that are running our government, and that we need more help. We need a strong governmental system as a nation. And something that makes me an I Define Me girl, I feel that I'm unique in a lot of different ways. I'm special. I am very much independent as a person. You know, I just think that I'm unique and I have a lot to, you know, offer in a lot of different areas, but I think I'm special. Say 3 things that I need to tell you, secret between me and you. So, one thing, the first thing is don't let anybody tell you that you're something that you're not. You're special in your own way, shape, and form. You are unique and you're special. Number 2, as I like to say, define your shine. Find your own shine. Find something that you're good at, then you can shine at. Then you can show somebody, hey girl, I know how to do this. I know how to make clothes. Yeah. And you can build a business. You can make it into something really great. So, and then the last thing is, life is too short, and don't let anybody drag you down. Don't let anybody tell you that you're something that you're not. Live your life, girl. Live your life to the fullest. And I just want to let you know that you're special and that you shine. Hashtag define your shine. And follow me at meadow_MGM. But no, you're that girl.
Any questions that you have for Metal, put them in the Q&A. Well, put them in the chat section and she will answer those in the chat section.
I am a senior at Luther North High School. Shout out to class of 2021. And this is my message. The world needs peace. The world needs people that will truly invest in them, We need a voice. We need people who are going to see the problems in our own areas and find out ways to fix them. I want to be able to consider and be able to advance my career and everything I'm doing, as well as for other girls that are my age or even younger. I want there to be opportunities for people who have not always had them. I want this to feel liberated and to feel strong, because we know as people that we have every right as the next person next to us to do anything that we want to. There would be more creativity. People wouldn't feel so in a corner and feel so sheltered that we would be judged by anything we've said, or we would be more open and we would listen to people's opinions. We wouldn't batter or come at or just be angry with people who have a different opinion with us, because we have to understand that we are different people. We came from different places and we all think differently, and we can all come to a common goal if we all just come together as one and love each other as God has once loved us. Let's be as one and just see each other as people and not as the color of our skin, who we worship, or even the music we listen to. Like today in today's society, we have a lot of things going on with how we look and how other people look and comparing ourselves, and even the music we listen to. Music and mood are interrelated. We try to put ourselves in different moods and lie to ourselves when really, if we're not okay, we're not okay. We need to be able to speak up and tell each other that we're not okay, and we have to fix it as society, because once one is strong, we're all strong. What makes me I define me, girl, is that I'm strong, I'm courageous, I'm not afraid to speak. I want to speak up for those who can't speak for themselves. I want to be there for people who need me. I want to be able to love and be nurturing to those who have never had something like that, because I know in my life that I've been down, and I know what it feels like to be by yourself or in a corner or feel sheltered or cornered from something that you can't even control. I want to be an advocate for young girls at my age, because I know I've been there and I see you and I feel you. When people tell you that you're not enough, you have to tell people that you're more than enough. Nobody can stop you, only God can stop you. And put your heart into everything, because that's really all you can ask of yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself, because there's things out there for you. When one door closes, another will open. Also, shout out to Sister Keeper and I Define Me and the YWCA. Get at me at thatgirl.live_. Follow me. I'll follow you back. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. I am also a dancer, so any questions that you guys might have, if you want to know anything about me, I want to know all about you guys, so please contact me if you have the time, and I would love to see you all, and bye.
Any questions? Leave them below to find your voice.
Hi, my name is Lauren Donovan. I'm a 17-year-old senior at Ladue High School. Shout out to class of 2021. We made it. We're here. If there was one thing that I could change about the world or just take away, it'd probably be oppression or just the monetary value of everything that goes on. I don't know, if whether you like it or not, I feel like capitalism drives too many things, and it drives too many people's greed and corporate capitalistic whatever. But probably oppression, because oppressive systems are, what make, I don't know, they're oppressive, they're bad, they take away people's rights, they kind of upset whole communities. They're the reason a lot of people live in poverty and fear. Just a lot of other, they take away a lot of issues that are going on right now. I'm an I Define Me girl, because I think I'm a leader. I think I'm pretty independent for my age when it comes to being an activist and leading social justice movements. And I think that not everybody should do that, but everybody should, feel the need that that they are a leader. I think everybody, is independent in their own way. I think everybody is strong in their own way. But I feel like I'm definitely an I Define Me girl, because I don't like to take anything from anybody. I'm very outspoken. I love to speak up for myself along with other people. I love to lead a good protest. I love, all the good trouble. That's definitely where I like to be. So, yeah.
So you have heard from all of our Teen Girl panelists, and now it's time for the I Define Me.
And I have a challenge for everybody here. I want you to tell me why you're an I Define Me girl. Like, say it in the chat. We all want to know. Let it be known, you know, what's up with you, why you're special, why you're outstanding, why you're valid, why your existence matters. You know, why are you an I Define Me girl? So, like, say it in the chat. Go ahead. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. And follow me at og.lauren, og.lauryn on Instagram. Thank you.
Love it. So, one of the things that I guess you guys can see the question is, do we have the next question up? And that is, what makes you an I Define Me girl? I'm looking through the questions and everything here, and what I see is people asking questions to the panelists. Someone said, because they're in different places, when is the History Museum event and what time? We'll tell you about that. It will be on Sunday from 1 to 3, but we have a flyer for that. Is Morgan still having her concert tomorrow night? Is there an age limit? Please, Morgan, if you will chat that information, and you can also find her information at Instagram, Hi on Morgan. For Olivia, do you dance at professional events or do you dance at local events? They wanted to know that question, and as well as will some of Naraya's products be at the Missouri History Museum? Yes, indeed. So right now we want to know, we want you to share with us, what makes you an I Define Me girl? Leave the answer in 1 to 3 words. Just tell us what makes you an I Define Me girl in the chat. As we wrap up, we have a couple of more things and we'll be wrapping up. But now we need to know, do you know the I Define Me girl pledge? And we have a cool way to show you with a performance from Central Visual and Performing Arts.
I attend Central Visual and Performing Arts High School. I am me. I am who I am. I'm unique. I am we.
I represent unity and diversity.
A mosaic of people living me.
I am my history.
My story is my legacy.
My voice delivers solutions. My mind speaks knowledge.
My spirit flows with purpose. I am inspired.
I am empowered. And I am naturally me. Together we all about me. I define me. I attend.
So everybody, I hope that you guys have stayed connected. We've had a great time. I hope that you all enjoyed everything. If you have a favorite part, we would love to know what was your favorite part. Was it the panels? Whatever it was, I hope that you enjoyed it. And we want to thank everybody. So our reveal is definitely going to happen on Sunday, October the 11th at the History Museum in Forest Park. You guys, the first 100 people, you'll get t-shirts. We have tons of swag. We got all kind of swag stuff inside. And a lot of our panelists will be there, so you can see them. They will also be part of a podcast. So come on out, bring your friends, bring your mom, bring your dads. We have PPE kits, all kind of cool things. We have some body butters, and you'll get to go on our bus. It's literally a wellness mobile that you will get to come inside and check it out. So I hope that you all have taken the pledge. It's really been a great experience, and we will continue to connect with you. And we have a special way for you to connect with us, and we're going to show you how. So you can follow us on Instagram at Sister Keeper STL with the A. That's Sister Keeper STL with the A. Or connect with us to take the I Define Me Girl pledge. We'll be constantly giving you updates, letting you know where we will be and if we will be coming to your school. If you'd like us to come to your school, let us know, because we're looking forward to that. But stay connected. Text IDM to 22999, and we will stay connected to you, and you stay connected to us as well. Thank you all so much.
Yes. Oh my goodness, Tracy, this was amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is our second year partnering with you, and this has been so inspirational. To all of the featured guests and panelists, you all were amazing. I learned so much from your lived experience and your words. I mean, I am going to take some of the wisdom that Diamond shared with us, Mariah, everyone, like you all were amazing. And to my HBCU alums, keep doing what you're doing. I love it. This was amazing. So thank you all for joining us. As Tracy mentioned, please come and see us on Sunday. I would like to also inform you, when you come to the museum, we have an exhibition up called Beyond the Ballot, so we can continue to explore inspirational stories of women and the suffrage movement here in St. Louis. So please, when you come to the museum, please visit us on our website and feel free to get a ticket to come in and see that exhibition. If you are interested in supporting MHS through a membership, we will be so grateful for your support. Please copy the link and paste it into your browser, and you can support us that way. Also, we really appreciate your feedback. So a browser should have opened as soon as this Zoom opened as well. Please, please, please take that Kobo toolbox survey. Let us know how you feel about this program. We'll be back next year, and we'll also see you Sunday. If you enjoyed this program, please visit our website again for more STL History Live programs, times, and availabilities. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to drop them in the chat, and we'll see them. And I'm going to stop bumping my gums because I am just so excited. This was wonderful. This was amazing. Claps and kudos to the panelists. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Yolanda. This was amazing. And we hope to see you soon, and we definitely hope to see you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
You rock, you rock, you rock, you rock, you rock, you rock.
Thank
Have
you
a great
again.
day. All right. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
y'all.
Bye-bye, y'all.
The technology people, take a picture of us.
I'm right above my daughter. Hey, daughter.
I'm taking a whole bunch of screenshots. Okay.
Whoever screenshot it, please send this to me. I'm gonna be doing some stories post the event, so I wanna, if you don't mind.
How do you want me to send it?
You can DM me, you can email me, you can whatever.
Okay.
I'll send your information.
Yes, just send everybody's information in one big bubble.
Okay.
And you all know I'm not that technologically inclined, so
We
please,
know.
dog dearest, please, Kelsey, Brittany, Olivia, Deja, you in now too, so you have to send it to me. Someone send it to me.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Shakia.
I'll try
No,
to get
thank
most of the
you. See you
questions.
Sunday.
That's
See you
right.
Sunday.
Bye,
All
guys.
See you later.
All right.